So maybe like a little bit of justice for these mayors.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Scary Movie Nights podcast, a bi-weekly podcast where the scares are real, but the friendships are realer. Today, we will be reviewing a millennial nostalgia watch, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, released in 1999.
That's the year I was born.
Oh, baby. Yeah. That's Mariana.
And that's Joan.
And we are your hosts for the night. But first, Mariana, let me ask you, what had you chowing down?
I'll tell you what had me chowing down. It's a V8 peach mango.
I love that. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. My best friend Alex put me on when I went to New York this summer. And yeah, I'm addicted. Caffeine, peach mango, 50 calories. It's everything. Sponsor us, V8.
It's delicious. Yeah, you should definitely try it if you're a fan of juice.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and I've really like, if you're a fan of juice. Yeah, I really like just need like a pick-me-up in the mornings. Like if I don't have a little treat, you know, what's the point?
Yeah, if you like having caffeine but you don't like coffee necessarily or even tea, like I think V8's a really good. And it's like what, 50 calories?
Yeah, and it's like the caffeine is like derived from like tea.
Okay, so there you go. So
it's like, yeah, caffeine from black and green tea.
Okay, perfect.
It's black like you're drinking tea, which is like basically healthy.
Literally.
And then juice from fruit, which is healthy.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Drink it. You
drink
have
to. Joan, what has you chowing down?
Oh my God. Okay, so a couple of things. One, today I'm actually hosting a D&D game for my niece and nephew, which is so cute because, you know, they're like kids.
Yeah.
I've never done it for kids before, so I'm really curious. It might totally flop.
I'm sure they'll have fun.
I think so too. I think D&D especially is more about like the people and hanging out.
Yeah.
You definitely have like...
It's about the community.
It's about the community. It's about like the creative, collective storytelling aspect. But enough about that. Let's cast a spell for Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So before we actually start, the reason I did this movie is because we had somebody suggest it to us through our Instagram.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you guys are interested in listening to us review a particular movie that you really like, don't be afraid to reach out to us on one of our socials or even through email because, like, we do listen. And
we are people pleasers, so we will do it.
Absolutely. We are vying for your attention and approval.
Yeah, we want your approval.
So, you know,
Mom?
That's between me and my therapist also. But yeah, and also like Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I love this movie. I'm just gonna say
I freaking love Scooby-Doo.
I love Scooby-Doo.
I was so down. Scooby-Doo is like nostalgia for me heavily because when I was a child, my mom, because she's a good mom, really wanted me to be bilingual. So I was living in Colombia, but my mom really wanted me to speak English. So she would buy me like VHSs in English for me to watch and like listen to English. And the main thing she would buy me was Scooby-Doo. So I would watch Scooby-Doo on VHS in Colombia in English when I was like an 8-year-old. So I have like super fond memories. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think I contribute my love of horror to Scooby-Doo, probably in part, of course, in part.
Didn't you also mention Courage?
Courage the Cowardly Dog, I used to love that. Yes, I used to watch maybe not all, but a lot of spooky-coded stuff when I was a kid too, which I was obsessed with Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was my favorite cartoon for like a very long time. So yeah, I'm really excited to talk about the movie. But anyway, we're going to dive into our no spoiler section. So if you have not seen this movie, then this section is safe for you to listen to without having watched it. So Mariana, take it away.
I will. Okay, so Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, 1999. Two great things coming out of 1999. Is a supernatural horror film that follows a group of meddling kids to a town in Massachusetts that is being haunted, quote unquote, by the ghost of Sarah Ravencroft, an alleged witch. The gang must solve the mystery about Sarah's past.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
I hate when they call us kids. Like, okay, Fred.
Okay, Fred.
Okay, so for the casting, no one that I recognize for this voice cast. Something really interesting that I did not know when I was going through the cast list, however, is that Shaggy's name is Norville. His government name is Norville Shaggy Rogers, which is crazy. Then, of course,
so they just call him Shaggy because they read him to filth. It's like, you are literally Shaggy.
You're chopped. So, you're Shaggy. And then Scooby-Doo, whose government name is Scoobert-Doo. So, of course, we shorten that to Scooby. I think that's so funny. And I love Scooby-Doo.
I love how his government name is Scoobert-Doo.
Scoobert-Doo.
Like, did he get it from his dad, Doo?
But also he's a dog, so he's adopted.
Okay,
they
fair.
adopt him. I feel like there's lore there that I probably don't know. And I do have some miscellaneous facts later about some Scooby-Doo lore that is just kind of fun. Okay, now this film was produced on the heels of Scooby-Doo Spooky Zombie, something. I wrote Spooky Island, but I don't think that's right. And I was very sick on antibiotics when I did this research, so it could be due to that. It was Zombie Island, not Spooky Island.
Zombie Island.
It's correct in the next
Which,
line.
by the way,
Yes.
also love.
Yes.
I love Zombie Island.
So they made Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, and that was like, I mean, not totally like independent, but they had a lot of like creative freedom. But Warner Bros. Had more say on the development of this movie. So they kind of thought that Zombie Island was too scary for the target audience. So they hired new writers who kind of came up with a new storyline. And I know that the people working on the film weren't super happy about that. And I have one more fact to add there, but I think it kind of goes into spoilers. So I'll hold on to that one for now. Some fun miscellaneous details. The VHS for this film, when it came out, included the pilot episode for Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Did I know that? I'm pretty sure I had this in some physical form because I
Yeah.
used to watch this all the time.
So I thought that was fun because I remember you saying you like loved Courage.
I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. Honestly, I should rewatch Courage was legitimately scary. Like,
some of the episodes were legit scary.
yeah,
for
like
sure.
Scooby-Doo was not really scary. It was more like mystery, you know,
Yeah.
like thriller almost.
Yeah.
But like for kids, it was very definitely. Courage is one of those shows that like, the more you thought about it and the more you looked at the visuals, I mean, some of those visuals were
The visuals were really
crazy.
crazy, and then when you watch it as an adult, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, like I
What?
can't imagine. You know, you go Courage.
Yeah, poor little dog. Now, for the soundtrack of this movie, we of course have a bunch of Hex Girls songs, which is awesome. But we also have a Billy Ray Cyrus cover of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
That's Billy Ray Cyrus.
I don't think it's him in the movie because I was
Oh, okay.
listening for that when we
Okay.
watched it.
Okay.
I think he did a cover for the soundtrack. So on the soundtrack, and you can like look it up on YouTube. It's very like it has the country twang. So I think I would have heard it and I would have pointed it out when we
Okay.
watched the movie. Because I was like, is that him? But I don't think it was. Now some fun facts about Scooby-Doo in general. Scooby-Doo was originally called the Mystery Five, which was then changed to Who's Scared, and it eventually became known as Scooby-Doo.
So wait, did it like air as the Mystery Gang? Like
That's a
tune in
fantastic
tune in
question.
at 12 for the Mystery
The
Gang.
Mystery Five. I don't know.
Mystery 5.
I have no idea. I would think that's probably like that was like their original like
Intent.
name.
That was like their draft.
Maybe they did it like they did like target audiences and they're like the Mystery Five. Like what's that? Canonically, Velma committed a crime by creating a false ID for Scooby to be considered a service animal.
Period.
That's kind of messed up, but
Be
you know
gay,
what?
do crimes. Be gay, do crimes,
Velma's
Velma.
for sure at least bi.
She's queer coded for sure.
But I
And
mean, she definitely like has a crush on Fred. Like there's
Velma?
sexual tension there, I think.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, am I confusing Velma with Daphne?
Daphne's the redhead.
Yeah. No, Velma does not have a crush on Fred.
Absolutely. There's okay,
What?
maybe not in the animated series, but in the live action Scooby-Doo, there is sexual tension for sure.
Okay. I mean, I would also have sexual tension with Freddie Prinze Jr.
That's true. And wait, who plays Velma? Because she's hot. It's
Marissa Tomei.
No.
Velma. Oh wait, Velma. That's Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, that's Daphne. Oh, Linda Cardellini.
That's her.
Linda Cardellini. She's great, and she's in so much stuff, but she looks so hot. And whenever she gets like a makeover in like the follow up to the like live action Scooby-Doo, she looks hot. She's in like that. It's like, what's that like flexible like rubber material?
Spandex.
She's thinking like a spandex,
Not latex. Is it
She's
latex?
in like a latex red outfit.
No, but yeah, she does look great. But I mean, okay, I have to rewatch Monster Island or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember the sexual tension, but you might be right.
I want to say that there's sexual tension.
But in the animated version, no.
No, not at all.
No, she's definitely a little queer-coded. And it was always, as a child, like watching, even as a teenager, like being a little gay already and like having realized that whenever Velma would have crushes on guys, like she sort of had a crush on this.
Yes, I was
on the writer,
the Ravencroft guy.
The Ravencroft guy. I would always be like, no, that's not how this is supposed to go.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Give her a girlfriend.
I agree. Now, there's been 12 versions of the show that have been done. The show was originally pitched as a rock band with a dog who plays the bongos. So I don't know how they got so far from that, but I think that's really funny.
Did you ever watch, I think it was like Josie and the Pussycats? Is it Josie and the Pussycats? Yeah, it's like Josie and the Pussycats, or something like that. No, you don't remember that?
No, I don't.
I could be totally getting this wrong, but I saw this the other day. Yeah. This like show right here.
Oh my god. Okay.
Did you ever watch this?
No, I did not.
It's an old show too, but it's very much like, look at the characters.
Oh, that's Fred and that's Velma.
Right. They're very similar to the...
Yeah, interesting.
So I'm like, I wonder if they were trying to like go for the same thing. Or maybe Josie and the Pussycats, because I think Josie and the Pussycats came like a year later.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's an interesting...
That is really interesting.
Lore. And apparently they made a live action Josie and the Pussycats, which I'm sure I watched because I'm gay. And it's just...
You were like, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there. Period. But that's so lame. Actually, I'm glad that it didn't turn into bongo playing dog band thing.
I like what it is.
I enjoy what it is for sure.
I really love the cartoon. Now, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo are the only two characters to appear in every show that has been made. And then this movie was released straight to VHS on October 5th of 1999, which is kind of cool.
I probably had the VHS, to be honest.
I might have.
I don't remember if I had the VHS or the DVD once they like re-released it.
I definitely had several Scooby-Doo VHSs, but I want to say it was like episodes.
Did it come in the, like, you know how VHSs would come in either like the box or like the plastic?
It was the plastic.
The plastic, and you had to
yes,
like
and
open it.
I remember the smell of those.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like whenever I would get to watch them, because my mom controlled my screen time, which I'm very grateful for in retrospect.
Yes.
So I only watched TV like on the weekends and stuff. So I'd be like very excited to like crack open a VHS.
Heck yeah.
And
oh my
watch
god.
Scooby-Doo.
And then sometimes if they got real fancy, they'd have like the cushiony material that would padded the anyway.
Yeah, that's it for my research. This is a very short movie.
It is. It's like an hour.
Which is super low commitment, and it's like such a fun watch.
It's a really fun watch. If you have kids and you're a fan of spooky things, like...
I think kids could watch this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, just pop it on, and it's a really fun watch. Like, I would watch it again, actually. So, yeah. And it's also nice because... it will make for a short episode for the podcast.
Yeah.
Seeing how Jennifer's body was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. We're going to balance the scales.
We're balancing the scales out.
Balancing the scales.
And our next movie that's coming out after this might be a little longer, probably. Yeah, because I think all of us have a lot of thoughts on this movie, and we just love the movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
So,
which movie could it be?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You have to guess in the comments.
I'm literally staring at my research for the next one.
Okay, so anything else, Mar, that you want to add to that?
No, that's it for my no spoilers. I have like one more thing I can add for when we're in spoilers, and then my opinions.
Okay, fabulous. So having said that, we're moving on to our spoiler section. If you have not watched this film, but are planning on watching it, I would pause, watch the movie, and then come back to it later. Or if you don't mind spoilers, this is okay for you to listen to.
And it's super low commitment because the movie's only
super low commitment. I honestly,
it's like an hour with credits. So.
I recommend watching this movie if you grew up with Scooby-Doo. I think it'll be like a nice nostalgia watch.
Also,
seeing the
it has
gang,
the Hex Girls, who are the coolest.
Let's talk about the Hex Girls. I love them so much. I want to be a Hex Girl.
Your boy.
I know. Hex boy. Okay, I'll just go to their concert.
Yeah, we have to go to Massachusetts, the tiny town.
That's the tiniest town in Massachusetts. I don't even remember the name of the town.
I don't either.
I'm gonna look it up. Okay, so the town is called Oak Haven, Massachusetts. And anyway, we'll have to go to Oak Haven.
We'll go to Oak Haven.
See the Hex Girls.
To watch the Hex Girls headline the Oak Haven Music Festival.
Yeah. The Hex Girls were like the highlight, I think, for me.
They were so good.
So I liked the Hex. Okay, so this is the thing.
Okay.
Ask just about any gay what their favorite season of American Horror Story was, and it's gonna be
Coven.
Coven
was so good.
Coven was so good. Sabrina the Teenage Witch back in the day. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was a little witch coded, especially like her friend becomes a witch, right, and everything.
Dude, did you know Pedro Pascal was in that?
Yes, I did.
I did not know.
Yes, I did.
He's in everything.
He's in literally everything.
You could go to movies today, and you could watch a Pedro Pascal movie, and it could be one of 3 movies.
One of 3 movies, and you know what? I feel blessed for that.
Thank you.
I know.
I know I've complained about this in the past.
Yeah.
I just feel like we should have Pedro like not all at once. Like Pedro's meant to be like savored.
You mean
enjoyed.
Like distance makes the heart grow fonder almost? I see. I can kind of agree with that. I think Pedro, it's okay to take a break.
Pedro, you should.
Pedro, it's okay to rest.
Pedro.
And then come back, of course, because I will miss you. But
also, did you see The Materialists?
Yes.
Okay, someone on the internet was like, The Materialists and Fantastic Four are 2 movies where Pedro Pascal has stretchy legs.
Oh, no.
I thought that was so funny.
That is kind of funny. But anyway, so I feel like witchcraft and like the occult, like supernatural magic, I feel like that's such like an important part of queer culture almost. And I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe it's because like witches have always been used to like
vilify people who kind of fall outside the little nice box of society.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And so like that's something that's, really identifiable with the queer community because we've been vilified for so long because we don't fit into the box. And of course, it's just cool to have powers.
Yeah, it's super cool. And I mean...
because it gives you the tools to fight against that system, you know?
I love a movie that is like set in like a sort of small town that has like a small town square, or like a show, like Gilmore Girls, yes. This movie, yes. Hocus Pocus, yes.
Yes.
Halloween Town, yes. Like it's this small town and it's like set in like...
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes. So I like love the vibe. I love that for like a Halloween movie. It's so like, it's almost cozy.
Yeah.
So I love that about this movie. And it's also kind of, they kind of arrive at this town and they're like, oh, this is like similar to like Salem and like the witch trials in Salem. Like Sarah Ravencroft, she was killed because they thought she was a witch. And the whole story is they're trying to prove that actually she was just a Wiccan. And she was a medicine woman and she was actually healing people, which I think is really interesting. But then they're like, psych,
Yeah, she was a witch, and she was bee.
Evil.
Yeah.
I also love that in Scooby-Doo in general, but also in this movie, they it like subverts the usual like stereotypes and the usual tropes, because you have like the two men who are a himbo and a pothead who's terrified of ghosts.
Yeah.
And the girls are like smart and like badass. Like Daphne low-key kicks ass sometimes.
Yeah.
And then there's a talking dog, which there's not a lot of in scary movies. So I'm there.
Bring back the talking dogs.
Yeah. The only other movie I could think of was Good Boy.
Good Boy?
It's like, he talks at one point in that movie, and the dog.
Well, not the newer Good Boy, the older Good Boy. Because apparently there's two. So
is it German? I don't know. We watched it with subtitles.
Swedish? Something like that.
It was a foreign film.
Did we review that?
No, we did not. We watched it at Scary Movie Night.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also love in a movie the stereotype of like a money-hungry mayor who just cares about making the town money. But you know what? I will say, like, because this is similar to like Jaws, where we have this mayor and it's like, it's 4th of July, we have all the people coming.
Yes.
Like, we need the money as a town. Like, I get that. Like, I guess I always shit on the mayors a lot, but like if you're a mayor and you're like responsible for all of the people in your town, and there's like an event that brings in a lot of revenue, which, you know, that's tax dollars which are going into, you know, your town, I do kind of get it a little bit. So maybe like a little bit of justice for these mayors. But also the mayor in Jaws genuinely sucks.
Because you know what?
I hate that guy.
Because you know what? If it had worked and the town got money, then he would be like people would be like, he's a good mayor.
But also sometimes people would have lived.
Well, okay, in Jaws, that was crazy.
R.I.P. to that one little boy.
Yeah, honestly, bruh.
The one little boy in the floaty.
This mayor, he was just throwing around fireworks, you know, like pew, 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 and it was gonna bring in revenue for the town, and he would have gotten away with it too, were it not
hadn't been
for those meddling kids.
Exactly.
And their talking dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so funny because you do rat on the mayors a lot.
I do.
You do not like this
I love to hate on the mayors.
Yeah. You know, that's your anti-capitalist.
Yeah.
Anarchist.
Yeah.
Are you an anarchist?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I also love how in this movie, like, the ghost turns out to be real. Like, up until this film, like, in Scooby-Doo, like, everything is like a mystery to be solved, and then it always, there's a scientific explanation for what's happening, and there's a person that's responsible that gets unmasked. But in this movie, we find out that Sarah Ravencroft was a witch.
That's the gag.
Yeah.
Well, I really liked the aspect of because there's technically two ghosts in the film. Like the first witch's ghost is just a person in a mask.
Yeah.
And so it's like they kind of make it seem like it's real, but then like they solve the mystery, like, oh, it's this guy. Like he's the one who really did it. But then what's his face, the Ravencroft guy, he summons his ancestor's ghost, Sarah Ravencroft, and resuscitates her ghost. Which then it's like, now it's a real ghost and there's real magic. So I really liked that they oh, it's not real. Psych, it is real.
They kept you on your toes.
They did.
Wait, we have to talk about the Hex Girls.
Yes, of course.
Because they show up in this town and it's going to be like a little celebration, and the Hex Girls are headlining the show. First of all, like, okay, I think they were like local artists, which I love. But their setup is crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
Like they
really
have
hooked
a
them up.
really nice setup. They have like pyrotechnics in their setup, which cannot be cheap. And I feel like the Hex Girls should be like headlining Coachella or something.
I completely 100% agree. And then can we also talk, because you know, like small towns are usually conservative, right?
Yeah.
But this girls were like, no, we're witches.
Yeah.
And here's some magic. And
they're just like
they're goth in this small
super
town.
Goth, and they also had like, what was it, like rituals that they would do pre-show, but it was basically just making like tea. I love that. Like, I think we need to do that. Like, as a society, we need to be like, I have a ritual, and it's just you grinding your coffee and making your nice Starbucks coffee in the morning.
But you know, it's really fun because that is what these things are. Like the things that we do. Like, think about something that you do every single day. Like, is that your daily ritual to like get ready in the morning? You know, like grind up your coffee beans and have some coffee. Is your nightly ritual to like wash your face and brush your teeth to get ready for bed? Like, think about how if you did not do those things, how weird it would feel to go about your day or to go to bed. Like, I don't even know if I could, unless I was like exhausted, I don't even know if I could fall asleep without doing at least a couple of those things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it would just feel so strange.
Yeah, I think also like there's something about taking the time to do those like self-care rituals, and I think for a long time I would like trudge through them and do them because it's things you like, you know, have to do. Like, you have to brush your teeth. I mean, you don't have to, but you really, really should.
Right.
Gross if you don't. But
brush your teeth, listener.
And floss.
And floss.
Yeah, I actually like, I'm really big on flossing because
Me too.
I went to the dentist recently and they're like, your gums are kind of swollen, and they had to do like a gum cleaning, and I was like, this is annoying.
Bro, no, I had to, so have they done like the gum test on you where they like stick a needle up there and they like measure?
Yeah, that's what they did to me.
I hate that feeling. And they were like, do you floss? Yeah. And at the time I didn't. And they were like, yeah, you probably need to because your gums are receding. And I was like,
ever since then, I was like, okay, I'm flossing every night. And I have
literally,
since I went to the dentist. So if you're my dentist, no.
I floss every single day because you know what I'm not going to do when I'm old? Lose my teeth. I refuse.
I'm actually going to lose a tooth most likely because I have a baby tooth. Because the adult one was never there.
Okay.
So to push it out. So I have like a little baby tooth. And so if or when it comes out, I'll have to, you know, get a fake one. But I'm very excited. I want it to stay in my mouth, but if it comes out of my mouth, I'm going to turn it into jewelry.
Yes, I literally was about to say that. You need to wear that.
I'm going to wear this necklace every single day. I'm very excited to look. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep it as long as I possibly can. She said her dad has 2, and he still has them, and he's like in his 70s. So.
Whoa, okay.
Her dad must have. How do we get here? I don't know.
Teeth. Anyway, rituals.
Rituals. Like,
brushing your teeth.
Once you kind of slow down and you start like doing those rituals kind of like nice and slow and like doing them for yourself, it's kind of like beautiful. And I think there is a power to those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we recently, like, this is gonna sound really funny, but we started taking baths maybe like 6 months ago, like when it was like winter, and it's just like so nice to just like sit and relax and be very like.
Dude, do you put herbs in your bath?
Just hot water. I sit there, I read a book, and it feels very intentional. That's the word I couldn't find earlier.
Okay.
It feels super intentional. But yeah, like, I'll just sit in hot water and I'll just like, I feel like I'm soup. It's kind of nice.
There's something to be said about doing things with intention, I think. Yeah. Or with intent. I think in this day and age, we tend to consume so much media. Yeah. Because, you know, I find myself, even when I'm just like standing around or walking, like, oh, let me open Instagram real quick or something. Too. And it's that constant like stream of information. Whereas like if you just like if you just walked and just walked with your thoughts, then I don't know.
So much better.
I feel like there is power to that. Like you like regain some of your control.
Your
like
aura.
Exactly.
I also think that like us as a society, we're kind of running through our days because there's like all these things that we're kind of hoping to do. Like, oh, we want to work out and we want to cook a healthy meal and we want to do this and we want to do this and we want to do this. And sometimes it feels like I'm running through my day trying to get everything done. Mm-hmm. So just to like slow down and pause and do something for the sake of doing it. And for me, it's super powerful. So
thank you, Hex Girls, for teaching us about mindfulness.
Thank you, Hex Girls.
I also love the message of their second song, like Earth, Wind, Fire, Air or whatever. Yeah. Because like it's literally just about like loving and respecting nature. Yeah. Which is which is basically like one of the Wiccan. They talk about that's one of the Wiccan things that like they use nature for healing. Way. And I love that, like, as a kid, at least, I was exposed to a message of, like, hey, you know what? Like, nature's important and it's beautiful and you should respect it.
And, like, you know, in the way that, like, Wiccan people, like, might have used, like, nature for medicine, like, we kind of view that as, like, very, like, frou-frou and, like, crunchy, like, granola and weird. But, like, even modern, like, Western medicine, like, a lot of our medicines come from nature. and plants. And I feel like we kind of have gone so far away from that because our medicine comes in those little, orange bottles now. But a lot of it comes from plants. So, just kind of thinking about that is interesting. Also, like, I freaking love, you know what I love? I love making loose leaf tea. Like, not a tea bag, but like when it's loose leaf, like the act, like I have to scoop the little like leaves and they're all dry and I scoop them into my little thing and I close it and I put it in my hot water. It's like, it's a ritual. Better. It has power, I swear.
It tastes better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But I think also it's like you're putting effort into something.
Yes. Yes.
Because everything is so convenient now. It's like effortless to do certain things. And when you take the time to be mindful and with intent do something, it feels better.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that's a big part of being human.
Yeah, I think we yearn for community and communing with nature. I think those are things that are so important that we've kind of stepped away from because of all the like technology that we have. And I think technology gives us a false sense of community because, you post on Instagram and like all your friends can see it and like it and comment, but
you're not connecting.
You're not really. Like, not the way we need to, like, evolutionarily. Like, our brains don't process that as connection.
Well, I know that also, like...
our, like, monkey brains don't process that as connection.
I don't know this exact number, but there is a number of relationships that you can hold as a human being with, like, it bringing meaning into your life.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's probably like 3.
It's not as big as you think it is.
There's no way.
And you have all these followers or you follow all these people that are in your life that are like just acquaintances that are liking your stuff, and you think that that's part of your community, but really like you don't have the mental or emotional bandwidth. And this is just like biology. Like you don't have the capacity to form a community as large as social media appears it to be.
And maybe that number is 5, and that's really what we get out of Scooby-Doo. Okay, I have something from Robin Dunbar, and it says, here's a breakdown of the layers. So it says that you can typically maintain around 150 meaningful relationships. Okay. But then it breaks it down. You can have 5 innermost circle representing your closest relationships, like family members and intimate partners. There's 5 members of Mystery Incorporated. 15 close friends with whom you share a strong bond. 50 good friends or social acquaintances. And then where does the rest come from? It doesn't say, but I mean, I would agree that it's very few. Like, sometimes I'm like, should I like reach out to people that I've met in the past and see if we can hang out? And I'm like, actually, I don't think I even have the time to invest in this relationship, which is unfortunate. It's not that I don't want to be friends with them or that I wouldn't enjoy spending time with them. We have things in common. I'm sure we would, but as it stands, I'm spending all this time doing other things. Well, maybe now I can just have more friends because I'm not working.
Well, no, but it's also about like your emotional capacity, right?
That too.
Like because look, we're all human. We all go through stuff. And what if a friend comes to you and asks you for help, or you need to, and it's just like, hey, look, I have to protect my peace too. Yeah. I can't just deal with everyone's problems and like help them with this.
And I would say the number of people that I would drop off at the airport is a good amount. Like, I would drop off close friends at the airport, but the number of people that I would pick up at Houston International, at Bush Intercontinental, it's probably 5. It's my closest innermost circle. I'm not going to the airport for anyone else. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I hate picking, and you know what? It's not people's fault. It's the airport's fault. Because picking people up at IAH sucks, but because they have so much construction going on right now, and it's just awful, and you have to do a bunch of loops to pick up the...
They need to fix
I feel like that's the determinant of your 5 innermost circle.
Who would you drop off or pick up at the airport?
Who are you picking up specifically? Because dropping off is so easy. You just like pull up and boom, they're gone. But picking up is a whole other story.
Not to mention the traffic.
Oh, the traffic.
But so I'm not really sure how we got here.
I don't know how we got here either. We were talking about community.
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Community. That's what. Oh, and technology. You know, you have all these horror movies that deal with technology, like VHS. You have The Ring. You have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Monster, which is I think the 3rd film actually after this one. But I forget. Megan. It's like cyberspace or something like that. Anyway, Megan. But I think the important thing to remember. Thank you, Hex Girls. is that we aren't actually that far removed from our evolutionary like ancestors to where it's like they were one with nature, and that's why you hear people saying like you should eat fruits and veggies.
Like that's what we were meant to eat. That's how we like evolutionarily developed.
Like all these processed foods that you eat too. That's technology technically also. Anyway, not to get too much into the weeds on that, but I love that their second song really brought home the fact that like, hey, we're all living on this earth and we need to like respect nature and love it like the way it was supposed to be. And I think that's a beautiful message. Thank you, Hex Girls.
I also love that they were, I mean, at the beginning sort of set up to look like maybe they were witches. Yeah. And like they were evil, but they turned out to be just these cool girls who like nature and who like to make tea.
And who wear vampire teeth.
Yeah, and because their dad's a dentist, and so he gave them the teeth. That was so cute. I was
okay, so one of the girls' dad is a dentist. The other girl's dad's a pharmacist.
Come on.
I mean, come on, girl. You got that money. We never found out about the third girl. Y'all got money. You can make it. I also love that they're like the super indie band, and that they chose goth to be their aesthetic in a small town, and that they're like, oh, and they also have a CD coming out soon.
Yeah, they have an EP.
They have a CD coming out. They're going to release it, and they're going to go on tour. I'm so excited. Can we get a Hex Girls spin-off movie?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Warner Bros.
That'd be awesome.
Can we do that? Can we make that happen?
Okay.
All right. Let's go with the good, the bad, and the spooky.
Yeah.
What's your good?
I love the animation.
Yeah.
It's so like nostalgic. It's so like it feels cozy.
Dude, and back in the day, that was some good animation.
Yes. Too. I also like love like comical animation, like where you, for example, have like Scooby and Shaggy, like, you know, running through a wall and you see their outline like in the wall. Like I love that stuff. It's so funny. It's so cute. And then I also loved the Hex Girls. They're such baddies. Baddies.
I would agree with the Hex Girls for sure. I think they're, again, the highlight of the movie. I also love the witchcraft aspect because I just love witch stuff. I think it's so much fun. And then I also love the nostalgia feel. Like, because it's, you know, if you were born, you know, in the 2000s, or maybe even you didn't grow up with Scooby-Doo or whatever, like I understand this movie would be like, okay. Yeah. Like it's a movie. But
I think even like I probably wouldn't have if it hadn't been for my mom buying me those VHSs.
Yeah. But as a 90s kid, as someone born in the 1900s, I really appreciated this movie. Just watching it again, I think it's just wonderful it's like a, you know, watching it mindfully and with intent. Yeah. Was really good.
Maybe watching the movie in of itself was a ritual. And we came together as a community to watch it together.
What's your bad?
Okay, my bad is that the Hex Girls did not actually have any magical powers. I think that would have been like a super cool, amazing plot twist. I mean, you do find out at the end one of them is like a descendant of like a Wiccan, and she's the one who's able to, you know, trap Sarah Ravencroft back into her book and send her to like wherever she was. But I feel like it would have been cool for them to have like powers or something.
That would have been cool if they would have gone together, almost like like the Craft.
Like yes, like a little coven.
Yeah.
And I would say I think this movie lacked a little bit of character development, but I think that's only because these were already like very established characters, and this is like a cartoon, so it's kind of very like straightforward. It's like a cartoon for children, so it's like super straightforward. I would say you can see character development in other Scooby-Doo, you know, movies or shows. So it's not a huge complaint. But yeah, that's my bad, Joan.
My bad is that it's too short.
It's so short. It's so short.
I think they could have extended it a little bit, given the Hex Girls a little bit more character development. I think with the Hex Girls would have been good. A little bit more time with the ghost.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben and Sarah like go off and like plan, and then the gang has to get together and be like, here's our plan of attack. That would have been kind of cool.
Because I do love like whenever like Fred is like, here's the plan.
Here's the plan,
he
gang.
Has, like, a whole plan.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. But other than that, I mean, what can you fault
No, I can't.
this movie with? I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think it's
great.
really good. What's your spooky?
Sarah the ghost. I thought she was pretty spooky, but also
whoever voiced her.
Let me find out for you.
Girl.
Now. Sarah.
And the cheekbones.
Tress MacNeille.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she 8. Because she had like the rasp in her voice, and she had the laugh down and everything, and it was spooky.
Yeah, but like the character design is so good. Like, like the cheekbones. She had her little like headband and like a blowout, like her hair volume, like for days.
What's your hair care routine?
Literally, what are you using? What are the products?
Have you had any work done?
Yeah. Those cheekbones, like, is that Botox? Like, what is that? They're too good.
To the gods,
and also her outfit, like, eats. Like, it's awesome.
Yes.
So, I'm all in there.
I should dress up as Sarah Ravencroft for Halloween. That would be so dope.
So cool.
I mean, she low-key does look like a drag queen. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm reading through this voice actress's, like, first of all, filmography. She has so many things she's done. She was Charlotte Pickles in the Rugrats movie.
Okay.
8. She was also Charlotte Pickles in Rugrats in Paris. What else? She's been a bunch of stuff. Lady and the Tramp 2, Stitch the Movie, Rugrats Go Wild. Rugrats was paying her bills. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that was so good.
I love it.
What's your spooky?
For me, I'll go a little deeper and say like trust. You know, they say never meet your heroes. I felt so bad for Velma because she was like so like enamored, not in like a creepy way, of course, but like a whoa, like I love this guy's work and like I admire him and and he like totally played her.
Yeah.
So like you just don't know, like just because you enjoy somebody's art or maybe even look up to them doesn't necessarily mean that you can just trust them blindly.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah. So what would you rate this movie? Let's rate this movie in, well, we have 2 because I thought about one while we were talking. So we can either rate this movie in Scooby Snacks or we can rate this movie in how many spells would you cast on someone if you were a Hex Girl?
I want to rate it in Scooby Snacks.
Okay, that's cute.
Okay, I rate this movie 4 Scooby Snacks.
4 Scooby Snacks. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I rate this movie 4 also. Except if I'm looking through the eyes of Kid Joanna, I give it a 5.
Yeah.
I think when I was a kid, it was a 5 out of 5 for me.
This would have been a movie I would have put on repeat.
Yeah, and I did actually. So, now let's see if Letterboxd agrees with our ratings. In this section, we read memorable Letterboxd reviews that are usually just downright hilarious. So let's get started on that.
Let's do it. Okay, Lindsay, music peaked at the Hex Girls.
Rhea said, "Oh God, we were all so young and gay." It's so true. And Rhea gave it 4 Scooby Snacks too.
4 Scooby Snacks. Aaron, who gave it 4.5 Scooby Snacks. How do I go about making the Hex Girls my collective girlfriend?
I want a Hex Girl polycule.
Yeah, Hex Girl polycule.
I don't know if that's the right way to use that word, but
I think that is.
Okay, great. And this one's about HB. The Hex Girls tried to warn us about the dangers of climate change all the way back in 1999 with their hit single, Earth, Wind, Fire, and the Air. But we didn't listen, and now look where we are.
Listen, if the Hex Girls couldn't do it, we were doomed. Doomed anyway.
If the Hex Girls can't do it, who else can?
Yeah,
really.
Exactly.
And that about does it for today. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the podcast, tell your friends about us, and don't forget to rate us 5 stars in whatever app or podcast service you use to bring on the spooks.
Please follow us on our socials by going to scarymovienights.com. Our 2 most used social media platforms right now are Instagram and Facebook, so just search Scary Movie Nights on either platform, and you'll find us.
You can also message us through our socials, preferably, or by sending an email to spooky@scarymovienights.com. Tell us what you think about Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Did you watch it? Was it your thing? How many spells would you cast if you were a Hex Girl? Or how many Scooby snacks would you eat?
Oh, and Joanne, there's one more place that they can find us.
That's right. Why don't you tell them?
So, well, you should tell them.
Okay, so next weekend, let me get the exact dates. This is August 8th through the 10th.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
So it'll actually be this weekend. So this episode is going to come out Thursday.
That's true.
And the following Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Houston Horror Film Festival.
Yes. So check that out. You can Google, and I'll also post the information too on the episode. I will be volunteering at the festival from Friday through Sunday. So pretty much you can find me there at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And Mar will be there one of the days.
One or two of the days for sure.
One or two of the days for sure. So, you know, if you're lucky, you'll see us both.
And Linda Blair is going to be there. So
Linda Blair's going to be there.
Isn't that crazy? So
That's
cool.
going to be amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Putting that out
so
there.
join us at Houston Horror Film Fest. And then you'll have to let us know what you think about Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I'm Joanne.
I'm Mariana.
And thanks for joining us for another scary movie night. See you in 2 weeks. Stay spooky.